here at banddirector.com at the 2015 Van Doren Clarinet Ensemble Festival at the University of South Alabama. We've heard some great concerts today. We've heard some great conversation about clarinet ensembles, and we have one of the participants here today that took part in the discussions just a few minutes ago, Dr. Jackie Mcllwain, who is assistant professor of clarinet at the University of Southern Mississippi. So thanks for taking some time.
Absolutely, thank you for having me.
That was a great discussion, but I thought this would be a great time to talk about maybe the program at the University of Southern Mississippi and your part in it and a little bit about your clarinet ensemble.
Okay, great. Well, Southern Mississippi is located in Hattiesburg, Mississippi. We have about 400 music majors, and our clarinet studios comprise about 25 music majors right now, and we have members ranging from all over the United States as well as some international students as well. We have 2 international students. We offer bachelor degrees through the doctoral program, and it's a really great, exciting, enthusiastic studio, and we have a lot of fun and get a lot of things done as well.
That's great. That's tremendous. So you have a education degree, performance degrees.
Performance and Bachelor of Arts as well. And the master's program, there's music history, music theory, but primarily in the clarinet studio we have music ed and performance. Yeah.
Tell us about your clarinet choir.
Yeah, well, right now we're getting ready for our spring concert, and we just performed at our annual clarinet day that we had in February, and we're working on a lot of things right now. This semester we're kind of doing a lot of pop things and just a lot of things that are fun for the students. And
what's the big piece?
Oh, what are we doing right now? Oh my goodness. We just did Saltarello by Mendelssohn, and so that was kind of a piece that we tackled. We also did a piece by Paul Osterfield recently that was really interesting. It was 12-tone, and so a lot of really intricate things that were going on. Some things that we just did for clarinet choir, or for the clarinet day, was the 80s medley. So there was just, it was kind of a little bit on the lighter side and really fun.
So are there some people doing the arrangements for these at the school, or where are you getting those arrangements?
A lot of times I'm getting them from Albury Publications. Matt Johnston is doing some really great work, and so we're playing a lot of his music right now.
Okay, good. Of course, banddirector.com has a large audience that's band directors, and if they're watching today, they're probably interested in, obviously, small ensembles is important.
Yes.
And from a clarinet standpoint, if they haven't started something, tell us how a high school director might get started in putting his clarinet ensemble together. How would they start?
Well, I would think that first of all you need to draw interest. So, and that might even start with doing something like clarinet trios or clarinet quartets before doing a large ensemble. That might kind of spark some interest and get them performing some, and then kind of get some more people interested in it. So I might venture with that, especially if there's not a whole lot of interest at first. Get some of the top players to do some trios or quartets or even duets if need be, and just
especially the 80s music. Right?
Of course, yes. Although I have discovered that is, even though I grew up with the 80s music, that not all of my students know all of the 80s music.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
I know, right? But a lot of them do. There has been a revival of 80s music at our school. So I'd like to say that I started that. But
go ahead, you can say that.
Yeah. But I think anything that interests them, get them playing it.
Sure.
Pretty much anything would work.
Sure. That's good. That's good. So what's you've done some other performing with the clarinet choir besides the concerts? It sounds like you've had some other performance.
Yeah, we've played at our annual clarinet day, and this is only my second year, so we're looking for more opportunities, and I'm hoping to take them to some high schools next year and get some performing opportunities that way as well.
I thought there was some comment about playing in the community. At least I took that away from the discussion, but because people aren't always looking to go to these large ensemble concerts or being able to have a large ensemble perform somewhere. That a smaller ensemble like a clarinet ensemble would be a perfect opportunity to play just about anywhere.
Absolutely, absolutely. In the past, I've played at nursing homes and recreation centers and pretty much anywhere.
Sure.
You know, you can just call up anywhere and say, hey, can I come play for you?
Mhm.
And most often they'll say, of course, when would
Sure.
you like to come? You know,
Right.
yeah.
Great opportunity for the kids to perform.
Absolutely.
Perform in front of people, that's important.
Hmm.
That's great. And I just want to touch on your work on musicians' injuries.
Yes.
That's a little different take on that. How did you get started with that, and what benefit is that bringing
Sure.
us injured musicians?
Okay. Well, I first got kind of introduced with Alexander technique because when I was in my undergrad, I suffered with an injury. My arm was just hurting a lot. I was having some numbness, and so I started taking some Alexander lessons, and I took a class that was offered at my undergraduate institution, and so that kind of got me interested in it. And it's more about body awareness and just being in tune with how we're using our body is more. What it's all about. I wrote my dissertation on musicians' injuries, clarinetists specifically. I did a survey of over 600 clarinet students, and just kind of polled what people were hurting with, you know, how they were hurting, or if they were diagnosed with something. And the results were overwhelming, actually. 83% of college-age clarinetists had experienced some pain or numbness at some point. And so that kind of got me really intrigued in it, and I continued my studies, and right now I actually am starting training for body mapping, so I'm going to be a body mapping licensed teacher, and my hope with that is to develop a course in injury prevention at my university, and offer that for all the students within the School of Music as well as other performing arts too, and that way I can kind of help spread the knowledge of how we can use our bodies
Especially your
effectively.
lips.
Yeah, right. Effectively and efficiently. I was trying to combine those two. And that way we can make music easier.
Sure.
We can actually, you know, produce music easier and hopefully not hurt ourselves in the
I
process.
think a lot of musicians have talked about playing tension-free,
Yes.
and that sounds like an extension of
Absolutely.
that, and that will be the end result if you're able to prevent the injuries, if you certainly less tension,
Yes.
vice versa. So,
Absolutely.
terrific. Well, thanks very much for being here.
Thank you.
Really enjoyed the conversation, and again, we'll have the Mass Clarinet Choir concert tonight at 7 p.m. Central Time.